More than a century ago, long before the world embraced electric cars, one company in the United States was already making history, quietly, efficiently, and without a drop of gasoline. Meet the Walker electric truck, an electric workhorse first produced in 1907 in Chicago, Illinois. These battery-powered trucks were designed at a time when delivery services still relied heavily on horses and wagons. Roads were dirty, horses left waste behind, and delivery speed was limited. But the Walker electric truck changed everything. Clean, quiet, and surprisingly efficient, it quickly became a game changer in early 20th century logistics. The original Walker trucks were equipped with a 3.5 horsepower electric motor powered by a bank of batteries delivering between 66 to 80 volts and drawing up to 40 amperes of current. That was enough to give these vehicles a maximum speed of around 12 miles per hour, about 19 kilometers per hour, and a range of roughly 50 miles, or 80 kilometers, on a single charge. Not bad at all for a truck that weighed thousands of kilograms and operated over 100 years ago. Charging stations were located at delivery depots, and trucks would charge overnight after a full day of service. These trucks were a welcome relief for urban neighborhoods. Gone were the smells, noises, and unsanitary conditions of horse-drawn delivery. The design of the Walker truck was practical and reliable. It was simple to operate, required minimal maintenance, and was durable enough for daily heavy use. No wonder major businesses of the time adopted them quickly. Companies like Marshall Field and Company had entire fleets. By 1925, their operation in Chicago ran 276 Walker electric trucks. From dairies and bakeries to the U.S. Postal Service, Walker vehicles became the backbone of urban delivery. One particularly famous example is the 1911 Walker electric truck used by Bowman Dairy. It is now preserved at the Iowa 80 Trucking Museum, which celebrated its 100th birthday in 2011. Another, from 1918, is on display at the Thor Electric Truck Company Museum in Los Angeles. And then there's the legendary Walker truck owned by Dwinell Wright Company in Boston. It operated continuously from 1914 until 1960, transporting coffee beans from the docks to the warehouse. That is 46 years of loyal service. An astonishing record for any commercial vehicle, let alone an electric one from the early 1900s. Walker trucks were even exported. A few made their way to the United Kingdom and New Zealand, where one example still exists today, fully preserved and still on duty for Orion New Zealand Limited. The history of the Walker electric truck is not just a quirky footnote in vehicle development. It is a clear sign that electric transport had real potential more than a century ago. Unfortunately, the brand eventually faded, passing through multiple owners between 1916 and 1933, before finally ceasing production in 1942. But the vehicles themselves outlived the company. Some survived for decades after the factory lights were turned off. Today, as we move into a new era of electric vehicles, it is worth remembering that innovators like Walker were already paving the road, quietly, efficiently, and long before it was trendy. If you enjoy stories like this one, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and share this video with fellow fans of vintage vehicles. There are so many more forgotten machines waiting to be rediscovered.